This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
Oh, there's one of those songs that people do exercises to. There's Casey and the Sunshine Band, and we have the activities director from ShannonOaks kind of moving and grooving to the music in the studio here. Sharon Ginter is with us, as is her friend Jillian Fullerton, both from ShannonOaks, Vancouver, and we're talking about ShannonOaks, Vancouver, and Victoria, Oak Bay this morning. Here we are, Father's Day's tomorrow, summer's Monday. How's spring been at ShannonOaks, Miss Activities Director?
Oh, every year, part of the year is great. But, spring, everyone comes alive. As soon as the flowers start come, Jillian was talking about the blossoms.
Yeah, we mentioned those, yeah.
It's amazing. Just the outside, everyone gets active. You'll see a lot more people walking, a lot more people even reading outside, taking their books, sitting outside in the sun.
Sure.
So it was really great. The gardens are starting to look absolutely gorgeous.
Any contest this year? Because I remember when we first started back a year or two ago, because there's a pretty competitive crowd there. Any chance to get into a game in which a wager can be placed? Off they go. And they even got competitive about growing flowers a couple of years ago.
Absolutely. And what we did, we had a big competition, and it was we had a big fair around it, outdoor garden.
Yeah.
Activity, so it was great. So this year we're not having that. We're going to talk about later. We're having a carnival again.
Okay.
But because they got to adopt their pots or their window boxes, there's still competition.
Of course there is.
Of course.
Yes.
They want to make it look better than the one next door to theirs. So they're adding more flowers, and it was really adorable because last year one person's window box just exploded. Had so much in it. It was absolutely stunning. So even though we don't have a big official competition, there is. So just like on the golf course. So this summer or spring, we're going to be starting our big, we always have a golf tournament. So, and we've had it for 8 years now. We have a big trophy, and everyone, of course, wins something. So as I give out the awards, everyone wins for something. You're either the best dressed on the golf course, or you're most sympathetic or energetic, or the best for the hole-in-ones or whatever. And it's really neat. They all come out to see what they're going to win.
Of course.
But of course, there's one big official.
Now we should explain that we have, it's putting green, so it's a putting contest. So you're not driving on the first
Not playing a par 72 down there on the river. You mentioned Carnival. What's Carnival?
Carnival we started last year. We had so much fun doing it. It was a Saturday where...
Now this is still to come, right?
It's
part of the summer.
August 15th.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
So, and we invite the outside community too, as long our residents within, family members, and so we had young kids and a lot of our residents and people from just outside the community want to know what's happening at ShannonOaks. So our whole inner courtyard, which is quite large, you saw it.
I've been there.
It's just full of all kinds of games. We had cotton candy, we had face painting and clowns and
Calliope
balloons.
Music.
We brought in a dunk tank. A lot of people got wet.
That's right. And your director, Sean, was one of the volunteers to get very, very wet.
And I did as well.
That's right.
I relieved Sean because he was looking absolutely
He got
blue.
a little cold.
He was so cold.
But that was a lot of fun. And it was really neat because we had a trial stay happening on that day.
Yes,
and they were going to stay, I think, for about 3 or 4 days. Well, it was the first afternoon, and them, along with the family, says, that's it, we're signing.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
It was adorable. And they're fabulous.
Did one of them at least say, is it like this every day around here?
That's what I worried about, but they're loving it. Every day is something new for them.
So now Carnival happens in August. What's the big July event then,
Camp Week.
Camp Week, okay. Tell us about
That's
that.
Sharon's specialty.
Yeah, I look forward to it, and I dread it every year. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I get it.
It's a huge amount of work.
Oh, sure it is.
Huge amount of work. So it's a whole week of something. So this year we're doing Route 66. So we're going to be traveling across the states. And with every state we're going to learn about the state and do something different. It's all going to be, vintage. Our dining room is going to become, a diner.
Okay.
So it's going to look like a diner. And so we're ending up like in Disneyland because it ends up in California.
Yeah, from Chicago to California.
That's right. So it's so many neat things that we're doing, and the residents get so involved. Everyone's going to get their official driver's license. So we're creating driver's license with all their pictures on it. So they get their individual ones so they know every day where they're going and where they're heading. And and stuff. So it's a week of fun and exhaustion for everyone, but it's good exhaustion. They're so excited.
Does it all happen on the premises, Sharon, or do some of these activities involve being out in the city?
We most of it's on site, just because we want to make sure everyone can go. Our bus can only take so many people.
Fair enough.
But we will go. When we did Camp Week a few years ago, we did school days. Of course, you have us have sports day at the end of the week.
Right.
So we went across the street to the park. So we did sports day across there, and they came back and had the hot dogs and the ice cream and stuff like that. So we really take the whole week and really. They're busy from morning till they do the fitness class till evening till about 8 o'clock. So it's busy all day. So I usually go on holidays after because they're exhausted. They don't want to come out of their rooms.
Now, Jillian, you talked about, Sharon talked about a trial stay going on during a carnival last year and people being more than a little overwhelmed by all of the activity. Talk to us about a trial stay. How smart is a trial stay for someone who's kind of on the cusp of leaning in the direction maybe, but, you know, not entirely convinced? Who benefits most from the trial stay? The person, the senior, or really is it us, their boomer kids, who really are wanting them to at least give it a try?
I think the senior benefits because they can make up their mind. So it's giving them the choice. And Sterling, we do complimentary trial stays. So you can stay anywhere from 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
And it's complimentary because if we are offering you this, we want to make sure it's a fit for you. You're happy. And also it's a fit for us, you know. But I mean, it works more or less in their favor. So they meet people, they partake in all of the wonderful activities Sharon's got arranged. They experience the meals, and meals are so important to understand, you know, how the food is, what it's like on Sunday, what it's like on Tuesday, you know, what's being served. Do I have choice? All of those things. They meet other residents. So, for example, somebody coming for a trial stay, I'll seat them maybe at the first eating at dinner with somebody that I think is like-minded, that they'll get along with. And it maybe at another meal I'll seat them with somebody else that is. So they meet a variety of people. And they get to know people at ShannonOaks. They partake in as I say, the activities. They go on the bus trips. They partake in the exercise classes. We got one that's come this last week. She was partaking in exercise classes, doing the whole thing. She even got into we have a new tub, and she's trying out the new tub. You know, the new it's a step-in tub with all the heated seats and all the luxury things. She said, I'm going to try. I mean, she was into everything. So I mean, it's wonderful.
So what is it? You said 3 to 5 day trial stays. What's a good length for a trial stay, Jillian? What would you recommend for someone who really wants to get a taste of what life at ShannonOaks is like?
I would say the 5 day, the minimum 3, and I would do it from Monday to Friday. Very much, because that's when there's more staff on and more of us are around to show you around, to assist you, to introduce you to things. So I would do the Monday to Friday. That would be my recommendation. I mean, I know that sometimes the weekends work better for people. You can do weekends. We wouldn't say no. But if you really want to get the flavor, do the Monday to Friday.
And how much in advance, or how far in advance, should one, if you suppose, you know, we're thinking about it, we take Mom for a tour of ShannonOaks, and she goes, well, you know, I could live here. And then you say, well, how about a trial stay? At which point, sure. How long after that, sure, I could do that. How long of wait list is there right now?
Well, it could be. We have to give us at least a month.
Okay,
you know, we need that space, and I mean, it's pretty booked. We have 3 trial stays, guest places, but it's for our residents too. So they may have family coming in over the summer, and they may be booked, you know, and we may only be able to get 3 days in here. And by the way, a mom will often say, no, I'm not ready. And so it'll be daughter saying, Mom, do the trial stay. Just try it. Just try it. Often Mom is the one that's saying, or Dad, saying, I don't know, I can manage on my own. The house looks pretty good to me. I don't want to go and meet all these new people. I don't want to, you know, it's too much of a change for me. I don't want the change. But, you know, do the trial stay. Just get.
Then there's no commitment involved, is there?
No, there's no commitment.
You got me for maybe 3-5 days, and then I'm back to my good old life if I want it. So
if it doesn't work, that's fine.
So then that's probably, especially for the more reluctant parent, with no commitment involved other than you're going to stay at this nice place for 3 or 4 nights.
Yeah.
That's an easy way to kind of try to wrap your head around what might be next.
It's like a little vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
Pack your bag and just come for a little vacation. Be entertained, have fun.
You mentioned being there on weekdays better than weekends simply because there are more staff personnel around. I wanted to talk to you about staff for a second, because when I was being toured by Sharon a few months ago, I had the pleasure of meeting a number of your colleagues. You introduced me to everybody you could find.
That's right. Oh, absolutely.
And I loved it. It was great. But you made a point of telling me, and Jillian's reminded me of this as well, people who work at ShannonOaks stay at ShannonOaks. You have staff members there who have been there literally for decades. That's remarkable.
Well, not quite decades, because we're not decades old yet.
But within Baptist Housing, we have a lot of long-term.
That's what I mean.
Yes, Baptist Housing has a lot of long-term employees.
Right. We do.
And why? Why do people stay?
Oh,
now
why?
this goes back to you and your original question.
Yeah.
What is it about that ShannonOaks place that keeps people around, not only enjoying the life of a resident, but the privilege of being a staff member?
For me, I've worked in many places, as you know. I just think, why did I not start out here? It would have been so different. Because I've got Sean telling me, Jillian, go home, be with your family. You need family time. That would never have happened any other place I've worked. They're going to try and take every drop of blood I've got and work me right to midnight if I'm willing.
Right.
You know, this way, I mean, they appreciate the balance in life. And so that balance is so important to how you react on site, how you are going to interact with your fellow workers, the people on your team, how you're going to interact with the residents.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's a happy environment.
We have fun.
Yeah, we do. And fun is one of our values. Fun is a very important value. We get together and have fun. I remember Karen and well, you were part of it. For only snowfall we have. We all went out in the courtyard and we made a snowman. We got him out there. Our residents were looking at us, and we had a snowball fight. We just threw down everything. It's snow. Let's do it.
Let's go play.
Yeah,
we got soaking wet, but we had fun. And the residents loved watching us. One resident went out.
One resident
participated. That's right.
So it's just, and you've been there for 9 years, you were saying, Sharon?
9 years.
So, and it's just fun every day you go to work.
It's fun, and so many people come in. We have a lot of different entertainers come in, or speakers come in. I bring in a lot of different things for the residents. And everyone that comes in, if they've never been there, they're blown away. Their eyes bug out, and they're like, wow, this is such a great place.
Yeah.
And I said the neat thing about it, the building's not as, the building is wonderful, but it's the residents and the team members that are just as great.
And the reason the building is wonderful, I think, is because of the team members and the pride they take in working there. And that goes right down to all of the maintenance personnel as well.
Absolutely.
The place is spotless. It's just pristine. It's amazing.
And the minute you walk in the door, it does feel like home. No matter what, if it's written up there, welcome home, it's that comfort. Everyone says it has a different feeling.
Yeah,
it is.
It does. I've always heard that comment, the different feeling you get when you walk in.
Right.
And it's lovely to hear that. Some places have a very cold, austere, do I approach this? It's a welcoming. There's something going on. You can see it. And it's from the aviary, we've got little birds. We started off with, I think it was 2 finches, and now we've got 10. They've had little babies. I don't know.
7 new eggs.
7 new eggs. Okay, we're going to have 17 now.
Oh, lucky you. Huh? But that's right in the front lobby as well.
That's right.
That's right near the sign that says welcome home.
That's right.
And it's a lovely addition. Jillian brought a list, and I love it when people do this. Sharon's brought her list of activities for the month, and we'll talk about some of the things that you're offering to residents, and it's offering being the key word. Nobody is compelled to do anything they don't want to do. But that's part of the list of myths that Jillian has brought. The 5 biggest myths about retirement communities. We'll get into all 5 items when we return here on Boomer Life on CIL 650. And if you'd like to have a look at Shannon Oaks online, we're going to take a 2-minute break and head over to ShannonOaks.com, and you'll notice you can click on either Vancouver or Victoria. If you're on the island and want to take a look at Oak Bay, click on Victoria. Otherwise, if you want to take a look at Shannon Oaks on Waverly Avenue here in Vancouver, just click on Vancouver and take the virtual tour. It's a nice website, and it's a great opportunity to have a look at Shannon Oaks while we take care of some important business right here on the radio.
Canada's only weekly radio show dedicated to the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CIL 650.